From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, April the 3rd, 2017. Senior lawmakers in Israel's Knesset voted last week to establish a new Jewish settlement in the West Bank for those families who were recently forced to evacuate Amona, the outpost that was ruled illegal by Israel's High Court as it was unknowingly built on private Palestinian-owned land. At the same time, Israel also said that it would limit new building in the West Bank. Haaretz reports that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told members of his security cabinet Thursday night that as a gesture of respect for the new U.S. administration, any future construction in the settlements would for the most part be limited to existing settlement boundaries or adjacent to them. And Netanyahu extended his deepest condolences today to the people of Russia after a terror attack today in St. Petersburg. At least 10 people are reported dead and some 50 wounded after two devices exploded aboard the city's subway system. Netanyahu said the people of Israel were standing in solidarity with the people of Russia. Israel's Consul General in St. Petersburg, Michael Lotem, has asked Russian authorities for any information on whether any Israelis were injured in the attack. There was no information on this at the time of this report. Israel's defense ministry announced that employees of its border authority prevented a terror attack. Border officers at the Kerem Shalom crossing discovered about 30 scuba diving wetsuits that were allegedly on their way to Hamas's naval commando unit in the Gaza Strip. They were hidden in a shipment of clothing from abroad, and Israel was investigating. Israel today welcomed its newest missile defense system, the Magic Wand, also known as David's Sling. It is a joint development of Israel's Rafael Advanced Defense Systems collaborating with American defense contractor Raytheon. The system is meant to protect Israel from medium-range missiles fired at it from Gaza. It will join the already existing Iron Dome, which intercepts short-range missiles, and the Arrow system, which can take down long-range missiles. Prime Minister Netanyahu welcomed the new interceptor at an official ceremony yesterday at the Chatzor Air Base, joined by Israel's Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman and IDF Chief of Staff Gadi Eisenkot, as well as by Director of the U.S. Missile Defense Agency, the MDA, Navy Vice Admiral James D. Syring. Netanyahu said at the ceremony, "This is a celebratory day for all of Israel. We're adding a significant layer to the strength of Israel." A Jewish center in northern Sweden has decided to shut its doors after receiving a number of anti-Semitic threats. The local Sweden paper reported that members of the Jewish Association in Umeå met yesterday and came to the decision after receiving threatening emails and after its building was targeted by anti-Semitic graffiti, including swastikas. It is not clear how long the center will remain closed. According to some members of the Jewish community in the city, the neo-Nazi group Nordfront was behind the campaign of intimidation and vandalism. Officials from Israel and Europe signed a joint declaration today to promote the construction of the world's longest and deepest sub-sea gas pipeline. The Energy Commissioner of the European Union and the Ministers of Energy of Cyprus, Greece, and Italy met today in Tel Aviv with Israel's National Infrastructure, Energy, and Water Minister Yuval Steinitz, who said the project was the beginning of a wonderful friendship between four Mediterranean countries. He called the project very ambitious. The plan is to build the $6 billion to $7 billion pipeline linking Israeli and Cypriot gas to Greece and Italy by the year 2025. While some 80 foreign ambassadors, diplomats, heads of social groups, and international journalists took part in a Passover Seder last night in Israel, in a program sponsored by the Israel Project and the World Jewish Congress. Vice President of the Israel Project, Lior Weintraub, said the symbolic feast held just over a week ahead of Passover was meant to help strengthen the connection between Israel and the Jewish people and the ambassadors who participated in the event. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS from Monday, April the 3rd. At 7 and 7:30, more from the AIPAC National Policy Conference with remarks from Senator Robert Menendez of New Jersey and then from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York. At 8, a symposium on U.S.-Israeli relations in the Trump era with Senator Joseph Lieberman, Ambassador Danny Ayalon, Ambassador Daniel Kurtzer, and Ambassador Dan Arbel from Yeshiva University. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with author Larry Ruttman on L'chaim to talk about Jews and baseball. And at 10, author of When Bad Things Happen to Good People, Rabbi Harold Kushner, speaks at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's In the News with Mark Golub. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, April the 3rd, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader.